Hello! We are the, I don't know which team, but we're going to make a short reflection about the migration and the book that we are reading. That is, We're Not From Here. So, let's get started.
Okay. What was your perspective on migration before learning about it in class?
Would you like to start, Lily?
Personally, I think my perspective was a really empathic thought and sentiment. I wasn't against migration or all the people that move from their country to a different country. I at least from my education, from what my parents taught me, I grown up and still I am very empathetic towards that problematic and towards their situation, and it hasn't changed much. I think it's the same. I think from reading the book, it's probably even more empathic and more like my heart is with them sort of sentiment.
I think the same. I think that I did know about migration and like all the concepts and stuff, but I wasn't as informed as I am now.
Yeah, me too. Then my perspective was I didn't know the concepts, the same
Yes.
concepts of immigration, immigrants, some of the dangers that migrants face through because of moving from one country to another. But also, I think have I I was more empathetic with the situation of the immigrants than I was before of knowing
Yeah.
the situation
different
is
reasons.
problematic.
I
Yeah,
also
so the
agree with
problem.
all of you since we all saw like this perspective or the migrants in the various situations they were. So I think well, in my personal opinion, I like get more knowledge than I had in the past. Since I didn't had like this perspective or of the migrants, like their point of view. So it is very important since we need to see like the both sides. So yeah, I think that was a thing that I learned during the class.
Yeah, I think overall we're all very much more acknowledgeful about the situation, and we have at least certain amount of respect for those people and of respect and love and support.
Yes.
And not only like from reading and like stuff like that, we also got to know like a person that had to migrate, and we know stories from different people that had to migrate here in Monterrey. So what are the different reasons? Okay. How has it changed after reading and listening to these stories and information?
Well, I think that
We already-
we already.
We've already gone over them.
Yeah.
What are the different reasons for people to migrate?
I mean, in like my point of view, I think it's at least from the information we've received and from what we've learned, it's the possible danger they could have in their home country, the economic faulty that they also could have. Maybe they do have jobs, they do have a life, they do have a really structured life, but
Yes.
perhaps their
Looking for more
government,
opportunity.
they're looking for more opportunities, or the government is not giving them the enough resources to continue
Yes.
that life they used to have.
Yeah.
So that could,
Seeking
yeah.
for a better.
for a better life. They're moving on to a better life, and I personally think that they are very brave to do so, and that it is really dangerous, at least in my opinion, to move from something you know and from something you're so accustomed to, and to change your perspective, to change your life so abruptly, and have it probably not be what you expected, what you
Yes.
imagine it to be, or what you wanted.
So maybe they're not moving like for like danger or difficulties. Maybe they just want a better life. And well, like she said, maybe they like did do the change but didn't like find what they wanted, so they have to keep like moving or changing to find like stability.
Also, what dangers and obstacles do migrants face on their journey?
Well, for example, from what we read and what we like had to investigate from what we read, they have to travel on a train. For that
Yes.
example specifically, so
A lot of
they
train,
could,
a lot of
yeah,
travel
it's,
planes.
it's like a lot of danger.
Yes.
Going from one train to another, they could like die or get injured or just get lost or something.
Yes.
So that's really dangerous.
So we can put it like one of the most dangerous situations they have to
Go through.
Encounter.
go through. Yeah, is the transportation.
The transportation issue as well, because they have to, or some, at least in Latin America, they have to get on the bestia and then
Yes.
literally be months and days and days
Yeah.
on
Starving
top,
also.
starving on top of
Without
the on
that,
top of the train at maximum
Velocity.
temperatures,
Yes.
and at that rate they could also die from dehydration, from starvation.
Starving. Yeah.
At least in the book we learned that Chico fell from the bestia and then died, so that could also happen. They run a lot of risks,
Also,
either
their
natural or
persons lose
physical.
their arms or
Their arms
Yeah.
or their feet or their
They get
hands
hurt.
or anything.
They could also like face like discrimination. For example, if they just move like from Mexico to United States, maybe in United States they won't feel really welcome, so that's an obstacle they have to face. Or like in any other place, like they could face
Racial
that.
situations in which they get in.
Yeah.
So
I think that's
That's
it.
it.
conclude the well, being migrant
It's really difficult.
is difficult. So I don't think we had the opportunity. We didn't have the opportunity to like migrate.
No,
So we cannot be
We
sure of
we are
what.
not in their shoes, but
yes.
we definitely are empathetic towards their situation, and
Yeah.
their histories and
we have the best thoughts of them in mind. So that, I think that's what the best we can do, and also the best thing we can do is not exhort more violence than they already go through, and be respectful towards it.
Thank you.
Thank you.